Well, it don't get no country than that right there. Let's get this guy skinned out. Old Jersey boy say he like catfish cooking on a creek bank. Kind you can't find in the city.
Got a chicken on your head, but don't call you chicken head.
I need to send another shout out. Well, to Nick and Titus, always the dumb way, of course. Pantera Proctor, 351 Cleveland. We waiting these guys out today. We'll give you guys a little show all the way in. Well, there's our other little silky that's supposed to be a hen. Looks like that is crowing too. Boy, my Uncle Jim could have caught this thing. I know he's up there looking down, smiling. If I could, boy, I'd let him know I'm doing just how you left me. Well, if any of you guys stopped in to check out the video today, and well, you probably didn't want to see this. Well, this is what's left of old omelet here. We processed her out and feasted on her well yesterday and such, but nothing went to waste. And I'm thinking about getting them teeth out of there and well, mounting them and hanging them on my wall with everything else, country style.
He said, I want to go with the tank and be eaten. He want to go back in the water.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I think he might be up head.
That ain't what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking he's about to be 6 fillets.
Nah, I don't really like that one. Let me try this one. Oh yeah, that's better. Well, across the creek. Back again with another one, guys. Back again with another one. Never mind me. I'm just out practicing my slam today. Reason being is because we got an old leaking faucet in the bathroom sink there, and the water just drips down on up underneath the cabinetry there. And I've been putting an old cereal bowl down there, well, to catch the water as it runs off and such. And Maria say that ain't gonna cut it and it ain't fixed. So well, I just been practicing my slam just in case I walk back in the house here in a second and she asks me to work on it again. I'm gonna try that slam there and see if that'll buy me 2 more days before I have to fix the thing. Well, as you guys see there, you guessed it, we're back again with another one. And as you can see by the title, we're gonna attempt to do a little fishing here. Well, fishing while we do our chores. We're gonna turn our compost area here, and I've got to check on eggs and such. But I'm gonna toss out a line with some bait on it and such. While we do that, first let's check and see. Well, surely it's got to be eggs because they're flying up out of there. First, let's check and see what they got for us today. And well, then I'll catch you guys up on what the plan is exactly. Well, guys, in fishing, well, you've always got to start with your bait, just like anything else. And I would explain to you what you guys see here, but I'm afraid you guys would not understand. I can start by telling you, well, if you ain't never had to pawn one of those beautiful gifts from your mother or father, well, for a tank of gasoline, you can't relate. This channel's a little too country for you. Let's put this guy on down in this creek here. Let's get our bait. We're gonna get our bait right out of this creek here. Well, guys, obviously, as you can tell, we're getting ready to get some baits down. We're gonna do a double rig today up underneath the orange float there. We got a couple options for bait here. Maria and CJ have been incubating eggs and such and hatching off, you know, silkies and that sort of thing. This old guy here got hung up in the incubator in an awkward position there. And, well, needless to say, he didn't make it through. We're going to be dropping him to the bottom as well. We got some Tyson chicken as well. I was hoping to come out today and be able to use live sunfish. You guys know I like live bait and such. But with the trap just now getting put down and such, well, let's just say I was not prepared at all. We're gonna do it country style instead. I'm talking about that sweet jug of milk, yellow jug of milk country fishing on this one, guys. Let's get these guys dropped down and see if we can hook up today. Stay tuned. Well, as I'm sitting here filming it, I really can't see that orange bobber through the camera here, but I'm sure that camera's picking that up in the middle of your screen there. Well, we got that silky, we got him hooked up at the bottom hook of the double rig. It's always hard to remember, but we've got him on the bottom hook of the double rig there. And on the top hook there, well, we got us a nice small piece of cut tenderloin. And we're gonna wait this thing out and hopefully see if we can get hooked up today. All right, guys, we got our baits casted out, and I'm talking about we're sitting out bucket style fishing today. We waiting them out. I'm talking about how your Uncle Joe used to do, or maybe your cousin Junebug on your mama and them side or something. Guys, don't act like you above it. We out here old school fishing, sitting on the bucket. I'm sorry about the wind and such. I can't kick that wind out of the camera. I've changed my angles as much as I could to try to compensate for that wind noise. What I may do is end up switching sides and getting to the other side of the pond there. Well, that's if the bite remains slow where we are. But we're off for the homestead. The chickens and such keep crowing and carrying on. Somebody better tell them, along with like that I'm off today. While we out fishing and such today, guys, I need to stop and take some time and send some shout outs out. Well, the old 5-acre homestead. Maria and I, we stop in and check out your channel every now and then, and we enjoy. We learn a little bit about putting in windows and such from your channel, and we enjoy that as well. Pantera Proctor and Mr. Thomas, if you happen to catch this one, we waiting these guys out today. We waiting them out. Y'all, the shout outs and the thank yous are always hard to do. Well, mainly because it's hard to remember everyone, and you don't want to leave anybody out is another thing. But they have to be done, mainly because, well, you guys make the channel. Well, for our 5 and 6 subscribers that we got that still watch these things regularly, you know who you are. And well, you guys keep Cross the Creek coming back again with another one. So a lot of love to you guys on that as well. Speaking of which, Maria and I, we talked last night, and well, as far as the direction of the channel, we're totally satisfied with. We could not be more excited to be able to kind of keep up with all the family and such. Well, just on one periodic windy video every now and then. Well, Maria and I kind of decided, well, we're more comfortable that way, knowing who's all viewing our videos and such. Well, for me, if I can keep the view count within about 40 to 50 viewers, well, I know mainly y'all, my family, are catching this thing. And I can tell when you're not watching as well. That goes for you, RJ. Shout out to RJ as well. Speaking of stick scoring vision, well, if you happen to catch this one, that old game hen there, well, that's Dillinger. And that old bunk that she's scratching through right there, well, I just planted them seeds just yesterday, and she breaks the rules. She don't obey any rules at all. I can start by telling y'all, she's country. Well, y'all, Dillinger says she's off. I was coming because I was trying to introduce her to you, but there's a bed there that she tore up. She said she's gonna get over in that area there and try to hunt some old frogs or something. I don't know. She said, don't worry about what she's doing. She's crossing the creek, and she ain't looking for no subscriber neither. Y'all, it's hard to keep up with old Dillinger. Why? Well, because Dillinger's fast. I'm talking about teenage couple trailer park fast. Y'all see how quick she got up on that stump there? I'm gonna have to try to find some kind of way to keep Dillinger up and protected inside the barn there. Well, or else she'll be old Cornish cross soup out here. Woo. So my issue with Dillinger being out, well, Dillinger's a game hen, and I can't let her come off in here with these pretty hens here. Well, the reason being, well, if she gets over top of this electric fence here and get on one of these 2 hens here, well, she says she gonna stomp one of them like a grass fire. Y'all ain't above it. Y'all ain't above it. Everybody's done lit them fires up, and well, they catch hold of the grass, and you just got to go stomping to get it out, country style. Dillinger's kind of tough, guys. Dillinger's kind of tough. Well, she ain't no tougher than 75 Johnson. Well, old 75 Johnson is the reason why she's out of the pen now. Old 75 Johnson ran her about a good country mile off away from the coop area there. I can start by telling you, well, old 75 Johnson's tougher than haywire. Well, guys, if you hung around this long, there's the orphans there that we've been growing out. These things were incubated and hatched off, and well, now we're getting them up like that. Says she don't care about no orphans. She said this is about goats. Now that I got that old nanny goat out the way, I can get a little closer and show them the ewes now. Well, while we're here, guys, we need to stop and take a second and send a shout out to any foster children that may be having to catch this thing. If you're feeling discouraged and defeated, well, just be patient. Your time to shine is coming. Sit on them spots. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. But we're going to get these poor orphans moved over to the Las Vegas wholesale we got over there and such. And we're going to let them grow out even more. Thanks for watching. There's fishing, and then there's catching. Well, I ain't doing much of neither right now, guys. I've just been sitting and waiting this thing out. I'm not too confident in the bait that we got here. I'm gonna walk on up to the creek there and check and see, well, if maybe I can locate some live creek chubs and maybe some live sunfish. Well, some says it'll try to run off with that thing right here in front of us. It said, don't go nowhere too fast. You may be able to show the people on the channel a fish. All right, guys, we're headed back up to our creek area to check our trap there. That old nibble we were getting there, that's just old brim nibble, and honestly, that ain't what we're after. We were visiting with the Bucks there, and I brought up fostering children and such. And the reason being is because, well, Maria and I, we like to get on that old YouTube and search different things to kind of look into. And, well, kind of like some of you maybe. If you were able to find this video here by searching farms and homesteads and that sort of thing, well, I'd encourage you to search children fostering tours in your area. I also would encourage you to search homeless people living under bridges and such. It'll make you look at things a different way. Make you be grateful for a lot, guys. Make you learn to be grateful for a lot. We can't sit around and act like the cup's half empty when it ain't really that way. But let's get in here and see if we caught, guys. We ain't gonna just ramble on. We caught us a couple fancy minnows in our trap there. We're gonna get these guys baited tail first and the other one maybe head first. And we're gonna see if we can get us a 15-inch slab out there watering hole today. Well, the reason why I mentioned my Uncle Jim is because Maria and I, we've never been a huge fan of beef cattle. And well, old Dorsey say she'll speak up close in person. She said, do I have any boogers? Somebody check and see if I have any boogers. But my Uncle Jim, well, he raised cattle and such. There was a summer there nearing the time where my Uncle Jim passed. Well, where Maria and I, we made the 5-hour drive and such. Well, just to sit on the trampoline and visit with old Uncle Jim. He drove us around his pasture and showed us cattle and such, and gave us some schooling and some whereabouts on these poles and cattle fences. And well, I know I'm making them proud, and that's why I say that. Y'all, I need to apologize in advance. Well, reason being is because I know we don't have many koi lovers on the channel, but I had to run and jump in this old shed and hide for a minute. And well, that's because I saw Maria pull back up in the driveway there. And I supposed to been doing chores, and I ain't been doing nothing but a whole lot of fishing. I think what I'm gonna do is put my hand in this water here and get some of this water and just wipe it on my forehead like I normally do. And well, just act like I've been sweating and working. Well, don't judge me. Some of the husbands on the channel know how it is. You ain't above it. Well, there's the project that Maria and CJ been working on. They hatching them off left, right, up and down. Well, that right there trying to jump up out the egg. That's old Charlie Pride there. These guys say they glad to be part of the creek, and they glad you guys are welcoming them with open arms. But don't even consider asking them to subscribe. They ain't with it at all. I'm talking about a toboggan full of chicks. Well, we got them guys layered in there. We got to get them dropped off so they don't stay on top of each other too long. But these are our new additions so far. Well, guys, the cork is right here. And I threw that cork out way over there. And that rod's got a little bend in it too. But we have tree structure that come out here. I'm wondering, while I was up there messing with those old silky chicks and such, well, I think they got me hooked in a tree here. As you guys can see right there, he had me around the tree there. I'm not sure which bait he had, but my silky's gone. I'm a little frustrated about that. Not saying that he hit the silky. He could have hit the Tyson chicken, I don't know. But I would like to have my silky to toss it back out there. We're gonna get some more hooks and get these things baited back up. And well, like I said, Maria's home now, so I guess I'll run up and ask her, can I borrow one of your live silkies? All right, guys, we got that guy baited back up. Same thing, double rig. And this time we're going Tyson chicken on both. And we're gonna get this guy pitched back out here. But before we do, guys, I need to take a second and shout out anybody struggling with anything. Anxiety, depression, addiction, anything. Well, all that can get turned around too. Well, let's go ahead and get this guy pitched back out there. That'll be a good spot right there. All right, guys. Back to getting on this bucket in the waiting game. Y'all, Shelby don't get no privacy here. She just dug that hole and pooped in it, and now she's covering it back up. I think it's official in the Guinness Book of World Records. She's the first cat to be raised on a homestead on crappie. Sure was. We were catching little smiling sized crappie and throwing them to her when she was a kid and probably should have been drinking milk. Well, we believe they lied to us about her age and such. And instead of milk, I started feeding her toughies, and then started feeding her crappie. And well, she run every one of them daggum rats off. Well, we're still waiting on a rod there. And for me, fishing all week's been slow. What do you say we feed the animals when June's watching this thing? They say they know what time it is. And they'll come in here and check out and see if we got anything good. I don't know why he does that, y'all. Oh, Dumbo there, he always comes in and puts his back in there. And I end up pouring the feed on his back and wasting it everywhere. Let's get this bucket turned over. Let's get some more feed down. Get in here and feed these old rabbits here. They say they'll have a little pellet today. They say, well, it ain't that highly sought of Kieferosa, but it'll do. Let's get this thing latched up. What do you say we put feed in this water bucket, and well, after they gobble that up and go in there and lay down and such, I'll trick them to come back with the water. Y'all, I plumb flat out give up on the fish. Well, I about had it. I quit. Whatever you want to call it. That bobber's still floating here. The rod is laid over here behind me. I've been broke off 3 or 4 times this morning. And I don't know if I got some old dry line on here or what. I'm too cheap to buy another spool. I might go with that sea guard next time. I don't know. But I'm going to get back to feeding these animals over here. I run over here. I'm talking about 4-3-40 style. Thinking I'm about to land me a good fish and all. And, well, skunked. Across the creek, followers. I'm shaking that feed. And, well, I don't hear any hollering coming out that corner there.
As quiet as could be. Quiet as could be.
Well, if old Omelet was in there, y'all sure enough hear her, but she can't talk because her head and her intestines is up there by the house. Well, time for us to head on in our old Vegas cell here. Headed into the holding cell for just a minute. Get these guys fed up. Well, y'all see that game here and there. I can tell right now she won't get released today. It must be a DUI. She's acting like she's driving under the influence. Somebody better get the chair for her. She won't cooperate with none. And we need a spit mask on her too. She's looking like she's ready to spit it. Whoop.
I got me old wascally wabbit here. We're gonna put this one in the crock pot next.
Nah, we got to get all the babies off her. Well, of course, all the babies got to go to Crocky.
No. Yeah.
Well, we got one yes and one no. Let's go feed those.
I don't see that one do Glocky.
What do you think?
No.
I think when Crocky get a little bigger, he might snatch him and shake him from side to side like Jaws and do that gator roll in the bottom of the tank. You guys know them guys there. But we've got our black Morans in here as well. These young pullets here, well, honestly, they can't stay. We've got our buff Orbitons in here. Them 2 guys there, those will go back to stick through and vision. But those black Morans there, well, hopefully they'll be coming to your homestead.
They're sticking on my head.
Uh-oh. Well, looks like CJ got him a new friend. What we gonna name him?
Gator Tuskooski.
All right.
Yo.
That sounds good to me.
Stick it on the 2x4 on the pig cage.
The chickens he's then got out and got on the 2x4 of the pig cage.
Yep.
That's old Dillinger. I named her Dillinger. I can't run her down. We might see if we can trap her up. You got any ideas?
Nope. But I do got an idea of food.
Food?
For sticking.
That's a good idea. Now, when we catch her, what you think we should do with her?
Put her back in the case.
Let me go ask Mr. Good first. He'd have told me we need to eat her. I think we need to eat her. I'm tired of catching her up and putting her back.
Hey, get out of here.
Stop in and get these old pigs some water and visit with them some. And so far they ain't been too kind at all. Well, I almost said we let Dillinger out. Well, ain't no need for me to say that. We didn't let her out none. She's back over there behind. She went out on her own. But we let a couple of the other game hens in with some of the others over there. And some of them started scratching around and laying and such. Well, these ones we got left over didn't do much laying. But we got these guys paired up with this black Americana rooster that you guys see. And well, we're gonna do us a little crossbreed. Let me get him some water for you so I can get on out here and get on to the next task. Well, the boys built them some kind of terrain in there. They got the trucks and jeeps in there and such. And it looks like they're going mud. And what I told them was, well, before you get out there and get it stuck, just don't sink it to the floorboard. What y'all doing?
Playing socks in the mud.
That's like they say they planted them little mud trucks on the tracks there. That's right, guys. That's old Heartache on the dance floor right there. Maria and I wanted her/him to be a hen so bad. Well, today, he's done let off 5 or 6 good crows. Maria and I have decided, so we can get some purebred silkies, we're gonna separate that rooster and that hen that we just found out. Well, was a rooster as well. And we're gonna put them over in the silky pen and see if we can reproduce some of them purebred fancy silkies. Let's run them down. They hide in that old doghouse. Well, here, Marcus Smart. I'm out here moving like Ron Artest, cutting them up. Where you ain't going nowhere. Where do you think he's going? Well, that's what I want you to do. I want you to come on up out of there. Come on up out of there this way. You just watching this thing? Well, this old rooster here trying to get away. I think I'm gonna name him Skipjack. He tried to jump off the hook just then. Come on up out of here, Skipjack.
Oh, this thing got an extra toe on it?
Oh, cotton-eyed toe.
Got about 8 toes.
Here's the breeding they're gonna make. Let's walk these guys over. They going into Vegas holding cell for one night. One's being locked up on DUI. Lennox Lewis is popping the jab. Tyson lands the right hand. Overhand right by Lennox. Tyson is struggling to find his distance. And Tyson is keeping Lennox at bay right now. And with a nice jab, by the way. The overhand right's working. But right now it's just looking like Lennox is being the bigger boxer and controlling the center of the ring. And it's looking like a 10-9 round right now. Let me get in here and break this up. That old game hen there. Well, she don't know much about backing down. Look like they squashed it. I got to get Tuffy off of y'all. Come here, Tuffy. Y'all, this here's Tuffy. And oh, Tuffy, well, she says she don't like Silky at all. She say get her out of here and she ain't welcome here. Y'all squash it. Can't we all just get along? Ooh.
When you don't want to follow
That's Mr. Good Fur's favorite country song right now. Well, we was hoping to land some good-sized chubs or maybe some good-sized sunfish for catfish bait. But instead, we just landed us about 3 dozen toughies. About 3 dozen toughies. And I'm not in the mood to do any crappie fishing today. I was gonna cast it on out there, but I want to land me a big old catfish. I'm gonna take these guys in and they'll be crocky snacks. Well, I've got this camera on this old Tyson chicken and such. Well, because I know I said I about had it, but I just can't let up and I can't give in. There's no way I'm gonna let them guys whoop me. We're gonna get this guy baited back up and pitched back in. We've been up all night and you need to be going to bed anyway. Just come along with us for another few minutes or so, and when we get done with this, well, turn your TV off. Let's see if we can get hooked up. All right, guys, so we got that guy all put back together there, and as you can see, we've changed the area here that we're gonna be throwing. We've changed the total side of the pond here, and we're looking to get them. I'm having to run over. Well, me and Maria was in there and jaw jacking. We was just in there talking a little trash, and the barber got to moving and such. And we may have something on here. Let's just check it out. It's doing a little bit moving for my liking. Well, first let's loosen up this drag before we let him know. Before we put all that steel in his jaw. That drag loosened up. Well, we don't need it free spinning, y'all. Yeah, he's swimming off. I believe he says he knows Yeah, that's what he said. He said he now knows there's something up with this bait here. And we come on to the top to see y'all. There he is right there. Yeah, he said he'd give you a little show. And he said he knows it ain't show and tell. But he's got a lot he want to show and tell both of you. Watch this thing. Let's see. He's putting on a show. This guy acts like he don't have no indoor behavior. He's got this hook flying here on this double rig. I don't know what he hit. I'm just trying to see if he throat swallowed that thing. And Maria and I contemplate if I should let him go. We should fillet him out. We don't know. We were trying to count how many fillets on here. Let me turn him right here. Mr. Thomas, you watching this thing? How many fillets you see on here? Titus? I see maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4. That is not gonna feed a family of 5. What's your say, Maria?
I see about 6. I see 6 good fillets, including that top side.
You want that head nugget too? Let me ask him. How many fillets are on you? Will you say like and subscribe? He said he ain't saying nothing. Y'all are trying to eat me. Y'all, Maria slowing down my video. I told her I need to take this fish and throw him back and tell y'all watching this thing, thanks for watching. But she's slowing down the outro here because she wants to clean them, and clearly that fish ain't having none of that. He said he gonna go back on his own and tell y'all watching this thing. Whoop, whoop. Well, I was trying to tell y'all thanks for watching, but Maria and we just been out here going at about this fish. I said put him back.
I said I want to clean him.
Thanks for watching.